when you don't know how to talk about what you do, it's because you're not in alignment with what you do. And the reason I say that is because if you are an expert at something, right, whatever you are an expert at, if you're an expert at it, then you know how to talk about it. You can't be an expert at something and not know how to talk about it, right? This is out of alignment. This is when you're out of alignment and then you try to sell your programs. It's not that launching doesn't work. It's that the messaging and your effective communication of the solution that you offer has to be spot on. You got to have it dialed in. So let's talk a few tips about launching. The first tip that I have for you guys, and I think that this one is, I don't want to say it's the most important, but it's up there. These are not in an order. But number one, you have to have a solution-focused offer. There's a reason, like if you're not generating sales every freaking day, like if you don't have people pouring in your DMs, like, tell me more. How do I work with you? This is amazing. I need you in my life. Like, how do I join your programs? If you don't have that on a regular basis, chances are it's a messaging thing. And when we have a messaging problem, we're out of alignment. 1,000,000%. I literally do this work every day with hundreds and hundreds of people, coaches. I'm telling you, what we are finding is a huge, huge trend and block for most people right now is we're trying to solve all problems for all people. We're trying to help everyone with everything. And we're teaching everything we've ever learned. And actually, we've watered down our superpower and we don't even know what it is anymore. Right? And so when I talk to coaches who are coming to me and they're like, hey, I want to like launch a group coaching program. I want to scale my business. Like I'm ready for that. Like I'm all in, I'm ready to do it. I'm like, freaking amazing. That's what we do all day. Tell me about your offer. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'm thinking it's going to look like this, and I'm going to have this many modules. I'm going to do this many bonuses, and I was thinking I'd price it really low so everybody could buy it. And I'm like, whoa. Okay, what is your superpower? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what is the one thing you do better than the rest of the world? Oh, and literally they cannot sum it up. They can't tell me. And this is one of the biggest problems because back when we had the whole, the bid, back when all that stuff happened, the online space flooded, right? We had a lot of talent, a lot of really talented people hit the internet and come online. And today we have so many smart and savvy and skeptical people that they're not just buying anything from anybody. They're really looking for a solution. They have a problem and they want a solution to that one problem. And when you are not aligned, and here's how I can always tell when someone is out of alignment with their work. When I ask you what you do, and it takes you a very long time to tell me, and then I still don't understand what you do. I can tell when someone's out of alignment when I say, talk to me about the solution. Like, what's the problem you solve? What's the solution that people get when they join your program? And you can't tell me. You're like, oh, I help them live a big life. I help them live their dreams. I help them be so happy. There's no outcome. That's not an outcome. That's not a solution. Like, I don't understand what you do. When you don't know how to talk about what you do, it's because you're not in alignment with what you do. And the reason I say that is because if you are an expert at something, right, whatever you are an expert at, if you're an expert at it, then you know how to talk about it. You can't be an expert at something and not know how to talk about it, right? This is out of alignment. This is when you're out of alignment and then you try to sell your programs. It's not that launching doesn't work. It's that the messaging and your effective communication of the solution that you offer has to be spot on. You got to have it dialed in. So I'll give you guys a really good example. When someone says, hey, Ann, what do you do? What is your freaking superpower, right? I'm like, oh, I help female coaches scale their coaching business with group coaching. Cool. That's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's what I do. Right? I don't need to be like, yeah, I'm a human behavior sales specialist. I am also a sales expert. I can help them with this and I can help them with that. I also help them design this and I help them build a team of sellers who drive a bunch of sales in your company. Like, I don't need to do that. I help female coaches scale their coaching business with group coaching. I don't need to give the whole story. I don't need to say, all the ways and hows in which I do all of that. And I think that that's the problem. In the online space, we're given a bullet list of like, I help with this and 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 this. And by the end of it, everyone is like, I don't know if I need that or not. I'm so confused. I have to think about it. Like, I literally don't know right now, right? And so I think that, this is one of the biggest problems is you've got to have an offer. And with that offer, you need to attach a single solution. Again, I always say all roads for me personally, all roads lead to group coaching. You want to scale your coaching company or your coaching business? Group coaching. You want to be able to build a business that can run without you? Group coaching. You want to have a bigger impact? Group coaching. You want a bigger income? Group coaching. That's what I do. That's my superpower. That's my specialty. Millionaires hire me to fix their broken group programs because they're a mess. Like, that's what I do. It's my superpower. And by the way, yes, I am a sales expert of 20 years. And yes, my background is human behavior, but everybody doesn't need to know every single bit of that to know the solution, right? Back end, your offer is back end sales. So that is still sales. But I think it's just really important that we understand this because here's what I will tell you. There are types of buyers. You have window shoppers, you've got price shoppers, and you have value shoppers. We all have these three people in our audience. The window shoppers are the people that are sitting in your audience and they'll never buy a damn thing from you. You could sell it for 1 penny. They're never buying anything. They're not investing. They're not buying. They're watching. That's it. They want all the free stuff, but they will never buy ever. Then you have your price shopper, and the price shopper is someone who's like, I'll buy if the price is right. I'll buy if the price is right. Only if the price is right, though. And they're looking for the deal. They're looking for the bargain. They're the bargain shoppers. They're the sale shoppers. These are the people that will wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever to go stand in line to get 5 cents off something, right? Like, these are the people that are like, I will never buy anything at market value or full price, right? Those are those people. They don't value the thing they're buying. They value the convenience of cheap. And then you have your value shopper, and your value shopper is the person who's looking for a result. They want the result. They want to solve the problem. They want a transformation, and that is it. And they don't care about the price tag. They want the thing. That's it. They want the thing, and they don't care what the price is. So you have to figure out where you are positioning your offer in the marketplace. Who is it talking to? Who is your offer talking to, right? Are we talking to the people that are like, do you have a deal, right? Are you chasing around the people that are like, well, maybe in a year or something, like not right now? Or are we talking to people that are like, look, I have A problem and I want B solution. Do you have it? Tell me about the solution, right? And so again, I think it literally comes down to just that. Is that we just got to get really good at figuring out the solution that you provide inside of your offer, like your superpower. And then you have to learn how to effectively communicate it. You have to learn that less is more, and you have to learn how to talk to your type of buyers. My type of buyers don't care about modules. They don't care about downloads. They don't care about bonuses. They're not asking, do you have a cheaper offer? They're not asking me like, can you discount that? They're not looking for that. They are just like, what is the solution? How are we solving my A problem? That is all they're looking for. And when I present it effectively in a way they can connect the dots, they will pull out their money and they will buy because they want the solution. They don't care about the rest of the stuff. So number one, and this goes whether you're launching or you're not, this is so important. But when you're doing this big launch and you're talking to all these different people who don't know you, and you're like, yeah, I help this person. I help every entrepreneur in the world. And I help you do all these things, like pretty much whatever you want. That is not ever going to sell in today's market. No one is buying that, right? So we have to get even more clear, even more specific, more dialed in, more aligned. And then you need to learn how to effectively communicate it because that's all sales is. Anyone who runs a business has to know how to sell. Right? The day you decided to do your own business was the day you became a salesperson. And a salesperson, like literally, sales is 100% effective communication. That's what it comes down to. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to listen, and you need to know when you need to stop talking and ask questions. So it is so critical inside of your launches and just in general that you have this dialed in and you're not trying to be everything to everybody, especially when you're trying to hit your first $1 million. Like, just trim it down. I help female coaches scale their coaching business with group coaching. Done, and done. I'll put a pretty little bow on it. Let's do the thing, right? And like, they don't care about the rest of the stuff. So that is my number one. That is absolutely number one. And that is super valuable for you guys, because that's not even like, whether you're launching or not, that is so important, right? So there's a little side thing.